setting under the roof. Temperatures just below 30 degrees Celsius now. Mid-evening in Lisbon. Ronaldo, as you can see, is back. His first friendly for Portugal. After a bit of a breather following the Champions League final success, Ian Pepe returning to this team. That is the standout news in a side showing 7 changes from that beaten by a goal to nil at Wembley almost a week ago. That 1-0 defeat against England, only Rui Patricio in goal, Danilo Pereira, João Moutinho and João Mario keep their places. Fernando Santos has opted to rotate so close to the European Championship. Information of the officials from Belgium. A couple of years now as an international referee for Bart Vertensen. The Estonia side shows 3 changes from the goalless draw against Latvia at home in Tallinn on Saturday, the second match of their Baltic Cup campaign. Pavel Londak comes in for Mikael Aksalu in goal. It's a 4th different goalkeeper in their last 4 internationals. Alexander Dimitriev is in for Pavel Marin in midfield as well, and Sander Puri for Rauno Sapinen out wide. Been difficult to break down of Estonia in recent matches, but lacking a cutting edge in front of goal. It's expected to be something of a role reversal for Portugal from the defensive effort. Final commitments in that Madrid derby. So one final chance then to fine-tune preparations ahead of the business part of the summer that will follow in France for Portugal, the 4th ranked team in Europe playoffs for Euro 2012 for the first time in their history. But everybody back doing their defensive duties here as it's delivered deep towards Ronaldo. First real glimpse of danger provided by Cristiano. Be seeing that rather more frequently had there been anything at the end of it. There may yet be from Quaresma's corner this time though. Plenty to aim for in the middle. It was a free header for Pepe. And his reaction tells you exactly what he thought of it. Knows he should have done better with it. He's proved in his Real Madrid days he can be a threat from these sort of set-piece situations. But in 70 previous caps for Portugal, he's only ever scored 3 goals. Didn't play international football for over 3 years. Guerrero with time to cut it back towards Moutinho. Not quite. Londak in goal wasn't extended on this occasion, but he might have been. It was wonderful build-up play by Portugal. Guerrero had the time to get his head up and try and pick out Moutinho in the middle. A very deliberate attempt to find him. Challenge that shoots it in play. So for Ronaldo, didn't quite arrive for Andre Gomes. Said that before already tonight. Quaresma caught. If we're content to play on with Portugal still in possession here. Guerrero even just got there in the nick of time ahead of his opposing captain Cristiano Ronaldo. Carol Metz on Quaresma, that was the cause of some consternation. Build up there, not a bad ball in by Rafael Guerrero. Estonia have to make more of set-piece situations such as that. They didn't, and they could be punished at the other end because Cristiano Ronaldo is in and fails to score. On the follow-up, it's Rafael Guerrero. And that's comfortable for Pavel Londak. The first one wasn't, but it was more comfortable than it maybe should have been. 56 goals in 125 previous appearances for Portugal. 9 more than anybody else. Go a little wide. It was a fairly routine save in the end for Londak. Smart reactions to keep out the follow-up as well. He was very quickly back on his feet and alert to the potential danger. Andre Gomes. There's Moutinho. Quaresma. Again, he's gone for the spectacular with a cross, and this time Ronaldo has provided the finish. Doesn't need asking twice. back in the groove and straight back on the score sheet for his country. But how about that for an assist from Ricardo Quaresma on his 50th cap, setting up goal number 57 for Ronaldo in the red of Portugal on the night he moves within one of Luis Figo's appearance record. There were any doubts about the main man going into the finals, as there certainly were a couple of years ago. And this is his opportunity tonight to silence them, and this is some start. Just escaped the attention to the Estonian defence, completely unmarked with a header. With a brilliant ball in from Quaresma. He generates real power from that sort of range. Never going to miss that one. The record breaker is at it again. He was below his best in that Champions League final, despite his crucial contribution in the shootout. Fernando Santos had to field all sorts of questions yesterday. His goal the difference. Just open up this game further. Open up the Estonian defence again. This is Ricardo Quaresma. It's deflected, it's in for 2-0. All of a sudden they're racing away with it, having laboured for the breakthrough. Quaresma with a key role in both the quick-fire goals. He'll try and claim this one himself. It was the hefty deflection on the attempted cross, though, that's carried it into the corner. Over the line, I think, before it got a touch just behind the line. And he, too, a title winner with Besiktas this season, going into the finals in fine form, could have a major part to play for Portugal. Certainly has had tonight. That will go down as his sixth goal for the national team. I don't actually think there was a deflection, was there? It's just a wicked bend on the ball. It's Quaresma's goal, all right. Ronaldo trying to get a toe to it and claim it on the line. But it had crossed the line. A wonderful piece of technique again from Ricardo Quaresma. Down Ragnar Klavan. The skipper is having none of it. João Mario is going to get his toe to that first and win it back. Gets it back from Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo does it again. 3-0 Portugal before half-time. And it's another for the skipper. Well, they put the issue almost beyond doubt before the break. And surely it's going to be a question of how many for Portugal in the second half. And how many for Cristiano Ronaldo, who has 3 hat-tricks for the national team already. Only factor potentially preventing him from another tonight may well be whether Fernando Santos decides to give him a bit of a breather. How long he's intending to play him for tonight, but he's the man that again has made the difference, involved in the build-up with João Mario. There he is to finish it off impotently. Looked like the pass had been played just a shade behind him, but not a bit of it from the way he was able to react here. Ronaldo keeps those goals coming. 6th successive season where he's scored at least half a century. Even a bit of his 96th. It's 4th in Portugal's all-time list. Goes a little too close to the goalkeeper, but he hasn't got there. Almost made to pay, and that's a mighty let-off for Portugal. Still the threat through Henry Enya. Has kept it in play. Again, Rui Patricio didn't have a lot of room to punch it clear. All sorts of panic caused by that free kick delivered by Dimitri Kruglov. Have a look at this. Into the danger area it goes. He's run into his own man there, did Rui Patricio. Convincing flap at that. The goal was gaping for Sander Puri. Couldn't quite keep it down. It's a glorious opportunity for Estonia, though, by some significant margin, their best of the match. Right at the start of their second half. That was relatively awkward. Opposite fullback, Rafael Guerreiro. There's João Mario. And he made the third for Ronaldo. Guerreiro's cross. It's just going to be a shade too high from Nani. Almost straight onto the score sheet. He's taken the position and the armband of Ronaldo. Starting to enter his 17 goals for Portugal. He's in this national squad for Euro 2016. Fishery of Bernardo Silva's injury. And they come again through Quaresma. Again, he's trying that almost at every opportunity now. It's a man full of confidence. And certainly entertaining supporters in Lisbon tonight. 50th cap rapidly turning into one to remember. 3-0 against Switzerland. It's the last time they were on the wrong end of such a scoreline, and could well get worse. It's Quaresma for Portugal. By Klavan and as far as Vieirinha, and that didn't miss by much. The two half-time substitutes have been heavily involved so far for Portugal. Vieirinha looking for only a second goal for his country. So he and Nani come close since their introduction already now. Season with Wolfsburg. He can play, of course, much further forward than the right-back role he's been occupying recently for his country. Did so when he scored against Manchester United. Produced this time. There's almost an expectation now every time the ball is at his feet. Slightly more orthodox delivery, but it's equally effective, and it's 4-0. Danilo Pereira is the player to profit. Very congested penalty area, but he was still left unattended to convert from right in front of goal for his first ever goal in international football. An impressive first season at FC Porto, and now a goal to take into his first major finals with Portugal. Another assist for Ricardo Quaresma. And it's an excellent delivery. And despite being outnumbered, he made the header his. Didn't pick him up effectively enough in there, Estonia. He scored 6 times for Porto in that maiden campaign, last against Boa Vista last month. It's his best ever scoring season. Doubled the 3 that he got with Maritime. Too much longer you in before. Here's Renato Sanchez to Adair. The substitutes combine and play in Quaresma. Another good ball. It's spilled by the goalkeeper and it's gone in. It's gone in off Karel Metz, and that sums up their night. 5-0 on the hour. Quaresma involved once more. And if it's not down to a moment of brilliance, it's down to some opposing misfortune. He's just causing all sorts of panic in that penalty area by his mere presence. And a wicked ball in. Mondak didn't quite know how to deal with it. And unfortunately for him and for Estonia, it strikes Karel Metz, who knew very little about this. Off the midriff and into the unguarded net. We've seen some brilliant goals tonight. This wasn't one of them, but Portugal won't necessarily care on a night when they've given the supporters at the Estadio de Luz plenty to say. Just a push of expectation and stretch down these corners. This is further panic. Will be watched wide in the end. It was Rafael Guerreiro who connected with the left foot. Didn't quite find the sweet spot. Still have a glimpse of that bottom corner. It's opened up for him. He adopted from here, from the home side. Easing off from Renato Sanchez, though he doesn't know the meaning of the concept. This is Ricardo Quaresma, he's done it again! It's 6-0, and Quaresma has his second goal of the night. Wasn't going to miss that one. He's been involved in 5 of the 6 on his 50th cap for his country. And he is making a compelling case to start against Iceland in 6 nights' time, when Portugal will start as one of the form teams going into the finals in France on this evidence. It's been a real roller coaster ride in the Portuguese shirt for Ricardo Quaresma since his debut some 16 summers ago. He'd only ever scored during that time 5 goals for Portugal before tonight. He scored another couple to remember this evening. Unerring accuracy with the finish. Rather more conventional than his first, but just as emphatic. As is the scoreline here. This is something of a statement of intent now for Andre Gomes. Delivered dangerously in towards Eder. 7-0. The goals keep coming. Eder is off the bench and onto the score sheet as well. And having scored just once previously for his country, he now has 2 in his last 3 matches. Well, whatever they were expecting from this final friendly, surely the events tonight now have exceeded those. Andre Gomes, the creator on this occasion. Eder got a little fortunate because his first touch appeared to have let him down. It bounced back into his path. Reacted smartly enough to capitalise. He is offering them now another option in front of goal, a much more viable option in front of goal for Fernando Santos. He's intended to play with an out-and-out centre-forward figure. Can do no wrong in front of goal right now. And they come again with Nani. Andre Gomes has made the run through the middle. He's onside here. It's a good save by Pavel Londek, as it had to be. Goalkeeper left completely exposed again. In by Quaresma again towards Eder. They do want more here. There's no mercy being shown. It's Vieirinha, and it's a Portugal corner. Just created that goal for Eder. He wanted one of his own. Slowly in defence in the second half without Cristiano Ronaldo. Who knows how many he might have had he been allowed to play the whole game. Half-time. Sander Puri goes for the spectacular. Desperate to give the Estonians something to remember. What has turned into a night to forget. Over 2,000 miles northeast of here, back home. But he scored his first goal for his country, but Renato Sanchez has had the better of their particular duel. There was the one trying to profit from that. It's been won back by Nani, though, with space to size up the shots. And it's only just cleared the crossbar. The stand-in second-half skipper is desperate to get in on the act himself. Strong challenge to win it off for Antonov. Fair challenge, according to the referee. And although it was dipping, it wasn't dipping quite quickly enough. That certainly couldn't be sure where this was going. On his fingertips as well in goal. Nothing to add on at the end of the 90, and Estonia will be grateful for that in the end. Portugal just failing to match their record all-time victory with a stellar showing here. Ricardo Quaresma, the standout performer, matching Ronaldo's 2 goals, but he had a hand in most of them, did Quaresma. Danilo and Eder also on target, an own goal in there from Karel Metz as well. 4 assists and a couple of goals for Quaresma. Not a bad night's work. Not a bad way, is it, to stake a claim for a starting spot when Portugal begin against Iceland at Euro 2016, 6 nights from now in St Etienne. They will do so as one of the form teams and potentially the favourites, Europe's 4th ranked side. Their best tonight in front of goal. As Estonia suffer in the end one of the biggest beatings in their history. It won't stop them smiling, those that have made the lengthy trip, but they know that their side have been outclassed tonight. Maybe to be expected, yes, but not necessarily in this manner. So many positives for Portugal to take to the Euros. Full time in Lisbon. Portugal 7, Estonia 0.